What's up, y'all? We're gonna be talking about the boy, the GOAT himself, Shirou Emiya. Oh yeah. And how is he the GOAT in Grand Summoners? Well, I'm gonna be going over his kit. Now, I'm not gonna be going over what equips he should have or what crests he should have. This is a noob-friendly video. This is similar to that of the Ein's video, which link in the description. So let's get right into his skill first, which is called Projection Mage Craft. It does 2000% water damage physical. So he's a physical unit, not a magical unit. It also increases arch gauge by 30. Now it has additional text there, but I'm not going to be going over that until after I went over his super arts. So let's focus on the increased arch gauge by 30. This only applies to himself. It doesn't apply to anybody else on the team. So he generates his own arts by 30 whenever you use the skill. So now let's go over his normal arts, which is called Roll Ice. It negates all allies damage taken for a total of 15,000 and reduces all allies damage taken by 30% for 10 seconds. So this is where he's basically the tank, because he negates 15,000 damage. So when the boss attacks you, it will basically say 0000 until he does more than 15,000. Once he does more than 15,000, then okay, you will no longer see the numbers going 000. Now the numbers are gonna be whatever the numbers may be. So let's go over his true arts, which I'm not gonna be saying the name because I butchered it so many times in my streams, which link in the description. The damage he does is 40,000% and he reduces enemies' physical resistance by 100% for 20 seconds. So this right here, he is sort of a supporting unit for physical units that do physical damage. For example, War God Finn or Awaken Reyes. So if you do this, then that means they will do more damage to the boss than before. So now let's go to his super arts, which is called Unlimited Blade Works, which when you activate it for the very first time, he'll do a chant. And yeah, the surrounding area will basically change and he will have his own OST, which I'm going to be playing it right now. Yeah, it's pretty epic. So after you go to super arts for the first time, and if you go again for like the second or third time or however many times, then he does 160,000% water physical damage, and he also increases attack and damage by 200% for 35 seconds. And so that is a lot, but when it says right here increase attack and damage, it only applies to himself. It does not apply to anybody else on the team. So now, since I went over his super arts, let's circle back to his skill and normal arts. So his skill, you see the additional text right there. It says 30 more during Unlimited Blade Works. So that means once you're in that, he will give himself 60 arch gauge whenever you use the skill, which is a lot, and it's also very helpful too. So that means in a way he generates his own arts. So now let's go to his normal arts. Effect duration doubles during Unlimited Blade Works. So now he negates 30,000 damage. It's no longer 15,000. Now it's 30,000. And also he reduces the physical damage taken by 60% for 20 seconds. So that is a lot. So that right there is very good and very great too. So that means once he does it once in Unlimited Blade Works, then that means y'all should be good for a while. And like, let's say for example, you want to use Shirou's true arts or super arts, then you can, because the shield would cover you. But once you use the super arts, I do recommend going back and doing arts again. So that way it's to refresh it, because The boss, it depends what bosses that you do, because some, they deal a lot of damage. So it's recommended to refresh it every now and then. So now let's go to his True Arts, which right here it says doubles True Arts damage during unlimited blade works. So this does not apply to the physical resistance right here. It only applies to his damage. So instead of 40,000, he does 80,000, which is a lot. So it does more than Awaken Reyes in his X-Force True Arts, and it does more than Ainz's True Arts. And so now let's go over his ability. Now, you see right there it has equip. I'm not going to be going over that because it really depends what equips that you have on Shirou. I'm only going to go on unit because that is basically his passive. So, Light Killer level 6, damage to light enemy 30% up. So that means he will do 30% more damage to light enemies. And same thing with dark enemies as well, because he has Dark Killer level 6, damage to dark enemy 30% up. So he does 30% more damage to light and dark enemies. Now let's go over Faker, which you could see that's a lot of text right there. But let's go ahead and read it and then break it down. Will not flinch, and all allies damage taken 30% down during unlimited blade works. Only once. 10,000% physical water damage to enemy about every 8 seconds during unlimited blade works. So right here, what it means by will not flinch, that means if, like, let's say you're fighting a boss that could freeze, or if you're fighting a boss that could paralyze, then that means he won't be paralyzed and he won't be frozen. But you could see right there in parentheses, it says only once. So once you go into unlimited blade works, right? And let's say the boss goes ahead and does like a freezing move and it freezes like everybody else, it will not freeze Shirou. Only once. But after that one time, then yeah, there's like a chance that he could be frozen or he could not. And then also, it says right here, all allies damage taken 30% down during unlimited blade works. So that means you could say in a way it stacks up to his arts where it says damage taken down by 30%. So that means it will go on top of that 30% and make it 60%. But again, like how I said before with unlimited blade works, since it doubles that, so that means it's actually 90%, right? When it comes to physical damage. Now, if it's magical damage, then it's only 30%. And so now, this part right here where it says 10,000% physical water damage to enemy, right here, I'm assuming it means when you're doing the unlimited blade works attack. When you're doing that, then it'll add an additional 10,000%. So it stacks up. So it's not only that he does 160,000%, now he'll do about 170,000% every 8 seconds during that attack. So there you go. That is his kit, and that is why he is the GOAT. Because not only he could be a shielder, he could also be a DPS, dealing a lot of damage. And that is why he's the GOAT, because he helped me clear a lot of quests that I couldn't do beforehand. So if you have Shirou, make sure you ascend him. Make sure you do that. And so I'm going to be making a video of how you could ascend units. So anyways guys, that's going to be it. See ya.